All right, check 1 2. Hey everybody, it's me and my shadow. This video is going to be kind of an experiment with everything. I'm trying messing around with some computer technology and microphones and webcams and all that stuff. But today I wanted to show you a few recent finds under the microscope, which is here. This little platform right here. You can't see the whole thing, but it's a little electronic microscope there. I've used in some of my videos in the past. And what we're going to do today is look at the material up close on some of these points that I've found recently. And heck, let's get the microphone. Let me turn on the microscope there. Let me resize the old camera there. Awesome. Select my little doodad here. PC camera. Hey. Alright, there we are. Well, I think what better way to get started than to take a look at this beautiful large blade that I found here recently. I think a lot of you got to see that video. It's some reed springs material. Few people asked about the gloss on this, and that gloss is what we call, at least around here, we just generally refer to it as river polish. The river, all the sand and silt and other gravels the whole river works as a giant tumbler. And so you get a giant river full of tumbling media that polishes up a lot of these points, gives them kind of a signature polish, especially really fine materials like this reed springs. Trying to get that webcam to autofocus. There we go. Let's get this under the microscope. Get some focus in on it here. All right. You can see a lot of those dark spots in there. Some depositions in the material. I learned all about that from Mr. Leland Shanks and Donnie Replogle. You can see the patina inside those deposits. See, those are kind of almost yellowed, whereas these little dark freckles is what I'm talking about here. Yeah, that's some of these step fractures up close. That's really cool there. All kinds of spots to look at. What I find is when you put these things under the microscope, you end up getting some really cool surprises. Like right now, I'm just kind of noticing this line that I'm following there. I actually did notice that a little bit, but I didn't realize how far it goes through it. See that white line? That's some kind of vein running through the material. It looks like it runs all the way across the surface. First time I saw one of these, I don't always see these on points, but the first time I saw it, sorry, we're coming to the edge of the blade there, I thought it was a giant crack one time in one of my points I found, and I realized it's actually a vein of some sort, some kind of material deposited in it. Get a look at some of that edge work. The reed springs material is a really beautiful material. You can find it with all kinds of different colors and patterns, but this is kind of atypical of the material. Look at this right here. So you can see these. I don't know if my finger is gonna, whoa, there's my finger. But all this stuff right in there, you can see the evidence of the conchoidal fractures, which are where the flake is blown off and it causes a percussive strike that ripples, basically sends ripples through the material. All right, that's pretty cool. Let's go out, scan down over to here. There's some real big. See kind of that modeling right there? There's a good look. See that surface right there? I see this on Reed Springs. This part right here was probably just under the cortex. I've seen it on Reed Springs a lot where if you just barely get under that cortex, it leaves almost like this plastic kind of looking surface, but then you get deeper over here and you get past that. Ooh, there's a nice big deposit running through it down here towards the bottom of the blade. Wow. Look at that. Probably some kind of maybe a quartz deposit. I'm not sure. It's awfully small. Got some iron oxidization or some kind of river patina right there. See that red? Yeah. Beautiful. Big old step fractures here. Hinges, whatever you want to call them. See if I can refocus. Yeah, wow. Look at the red down in there. You see that? That little horizontal running crack? My goodness. At least on the screen to me, it's showing up as red. Wow. I never noticed that before. It's like ruby red. It's like there's copper or something in there. Wow. That is super cool. I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can drop this thing down just a little bit further onto that. I want to explore that. I'm going to drop in the level of the microscope down. See if I can refocus. Oh, you know what I think that is? I don't think that's a crack at all. That was a piece of fiber. I'm an idiot. Let's look at something else. I found this triangle. Let's put it on the microscope. I think this might be a Florence material. Let's see if I can get you. Could be a Florence or a, what's Garrett was talking to me about some materials the other day. It's got these natural black specking. What was that material he was telling me about? I can't remember. Trying to keep my finger out of the way. Coming up to the tip here. I don't know. It could be Florence, could be something else. Just a little out of focus here. I hope this is turning up well on camera. Shows up well on my screen. I've got one piece here that I think, oh, that's an interesting little spot. Dark little deposit there. All right, this is a very small one here. Found recently at the beginning of the year. First hunt of the year, actually. I thought this would be a good one to look at because it's got a nice big spot in it. See that spot up there on the left-hand side? Goes all the way through. This back side is more almost uniface. It's got a little damage at the base, but let's put it under and see if it holds any sus prizes. There's the tip. There's that spot on the left side. It's almost got a little cortexy look to it. It could be some kind of inclusion. Such a small point, it's a little bit hard to say. And this could actually be very similar material to the one we just looked at. Sorry, this one's so small it's hard not to get my fingers in the shot. We'll go down there. There's the one ear that was... This is the side where the base is busted off down there. On this side, it kind of looks like it was reworked, but it definitely isn't. It's snapped. Probably be able to see it better when I flip it over. Adjust my microphone here. Let's turn this thing over. This is the side that's more uniface. It's not entirely uniface, obviously. You can see some flakes driven off of it, but they did a lot less. They sent a lot less flakes across the backside of this one. Yeah, see that's where that break in the base is. It's clearly visible from this side. Cool. This is my first ever Catat River point. I'm losing my voice here, so sorry that I sound like I'm going through puberty. This is the only Catat River I've ever found. And I wanted to find it. Was actually one of my bucket lists. Not sure on the material again about this one, but let's get it under the scope. It's a really fine material, I can tell you that much. It might be, well, I just don't know what this material is. You guys will probably know better than I do. I don't think there's going to be, well, I say that, and there's a little nice inclusion right there. Let's get some focus on it. Kind of need my lights readjusted here. Bear with me, folks. Again, sorry, this is a little experimental today. There we go. This is down towards the basal notch. I just love those basal notches on those things. Get my big fat finger out of the way. See some of the pressure flaking there along the base. Nice little inclusion in the ear. This Gary right here is going to be one of the better ones to look at under the microscope. It's a nice little Gary. It's just, there's nothing too remarkable about it. I'm going to end up dropping it. But I think we're going to find out that this one's got some really cool inclusions in it. There's already right there that kind of conical shaped thing with the black dot in the middle. That's some kind of a little fossil critter right there in the center screen. There's some more up there on the edge. These little kind of cone spear shaped fossils. I don't know what they're called, but you see them in Forker a lot. There's something right there. Kind of have to tilt it up on edge and I'm not sure if that's a fossil or not, that little silvery looking mark. You can see probably some crinoids in there. See that little crescent? See if I can point at it. Get my right above the tip of my finger right there, that little circle. Could be a little snail, little crinoid. Yep, see all those little white, sharp little spear point looking things? That's all some kind of a fossil creature. Fossil creature, great band name, by the way. Yeah, you could see them all over. There we go, look at that. See all those little silver slivers in there? Silver slivers, say that 3 times fast. I can see something with the naked eye too that we're gonna slide over towards here in just a second. We're approaching the base of this point right now. Oh, look. I think that's a crinoid right there. Most likely. Got a lot going on right there in the base. Forgive me for shaking this thing around. I'm trying to get... Got a couple little deposits or fossils right there. Obviously the round one, I think that's going to be a fossil. What's going on below it there, I'm not sure. Actually, it did better, looked better when my... Okay, where is this? Oh yeah, see, look at that. It's kind of a big T laying on its side. See another little tiny crinoid or something right there, center screen, tiny little. It may not be a crinoid, but that little round thing looks kind of crinoid-like. Black dot right in the center of it. Again, every one of those little silver slash marks is a fossil. All right, this is kind of what I was interested to see right here. I got a series of inclusions in there, and I'm not sure what those are. Some of you fossil people out there, or material people, might have a better idea than me. Okay. We're getting down towards, you can see that point right there. Now it's tapering down towards the base. In case you're wondering where we're at on the point. That is a crinoid. I need my little pointer. Oh, you know what? I see a pencil. Give me just a second. See if the pencil's less disruptive to this process than my finger is. Okay, so that's the tip of this pencil. Right above it, that little cylinder piece right here. Bing, 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 bing. That's a crinoid. You can see the horizontal. It's part of a crinoid stem is what I'm trying to say. Hopefully that was pointed that out to you. It's just a little segment of one. There's like up above, there's a broken little quartz inclusion, it looks like, and then to the lower right of it, like down this... Sorry, I'm trying to look at the camera. Never mind, I'm not... Sorry. Anyway, hopefully you can see that little crinoid in there. Trying to orient myself looking at the camera and 2 screens and a microscope all at the same time is really confusing. I think this was a fun little experiment here. We'll see how this turns out. Could be that the whole thing is crap, but hope you enjoyed. Hope this video turns out halfway decent. Thanks for watching. And stop recording.